best friends. Yup.
Hey guys, Fusebox back on Raid Shadow Legends. Definitely ready to jump into Bostovis. The buff came out just last month. Basically what they fixed, what they buffed is just something they should have done a while back anyway. This A3 now has a 100% chance of block active skills on the entire team and decreased defense. This is pretty amazing, right? He also has an A2 where if you choose to, you could build him out with high accuracy, speed, and then he doesn't need crit rate to actually get a crit on his hard hitting A2. Okay, I'm going to cut in right here just to show a little treat of what he can do, because the rest of this video I'm going to be using very basic builds on both champions that I'm using. So what you can do with Bostovis, and we'll go ahead and show it real quick, is you can ignore crit rate, which means you can easily pile on tons of attack and crit damage. This is just some gear I didn't have on other champions, but you could definitely go even further. He's so easy to get in really high attack and crit damage when you don't have to worry about crit rate. So I'm going to real quick set up a little showing of how he can be used this way, and then we'll get back to the video. All right, all the usual suspects. We're doing stage 21 affinity lines up just to do like a damage test before we get into this video, because I'm sure that you want to see that. I've heard people say he doesn't hit that hard, and it's just not true. But this is how you use him without crit rate. You bring any way to set him up. He can set himself up as long as you're willing to go through the cycles, but Carato brings exactly what he needs here with a big hit, which is beautiful. And now this doesn't need crit rate to actually get a critical hit, and he can knock him down, and pretty much could wipe a wave on stage 21 anyways. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's just a high defense champion, Sentinel. Yeah, that's what it is. So I wanted to show that real quick. Obviously, you can do this in arena. So I'm pretty big on doing these kind of guides or looks at heroes with pretty average gear, because that's what most people have. So I'm going to get back to the video. So that's kind of a cool way to be, as long as block active skills is up, he'll hit this with a crit. So you can build him with high attack and no crit rate, high crit damage to get this kind of use out of him. His A1 can also block active skills, and it has a 75% chance. That's pretty solid. Let's see here. So, sorry, 65% chance. And then if block active skills is up, it can put up a true fear. So an A1 with real utility. Everything in this kit's great. He also has a 70% accuracy aura in all battles. You can use that anywhere you want. And really quick, I mean, this is almost 1800. There may be a champion by now that has 1800, but as far as I know, this is the highest attack value in the game, base stat attack, meaning that you don't have to try hard to stack attack on this guy. So the way I'm going to be running him today, well, if you want to look at my masteries, I'm going for Helm Smasher, kind of a quick nuke type build, but with some support tree to cycle through his abilities. The extra sniper helps me land that A1 if I need to on true fear or block active skills. Making things last longer with Master Hexer is always great. I do like, speeding up with Arcane Celerity as his debuffs wear off, because we're going to take him into all kinds of content. And the thing is, they buffed this guy as Carato Foxhunter came out. Another hero who hits very hard. By the way, Bostovis, here's his numbers. Definitely in the top 15% of the game. I've heard people say he doesn't hit hard. It's just not true. We're also going to pair him up with Carato Foxhunter, because Carato could set this guy up, or vice versa. Whoever goes first, if this guy goes first, he breaks their defense, locks them out. Carato can either one-shot somebody or easily try to one-shot the entire team. Or vice versa. Carato can come in, put out block active skills, and then Bostovis can come in with his A2 even without crit rate and wipe the enemy team. So definitely keep in mind that you can use Bostovis with no crit rate and still a high damage build. Definitely a cool way to go. If you're going to play with him on his own, we're going to try this build out where we're going to give him both 100% crit rate. Okay, that way we're not worried about it. You definitely could put none on this guy and get a ton of value out of him. And this is like an okay build that looks pretty strong, but on Bostovis, it's so easy to get up around 7,000 attack that this is just a solid build. We are in Savage gear and we are using Helm Smasher. We definitely want enough to go into like arena and actually use him. So he's got enough to go pretty much anywhere we want to explore. And if we needed more, we just throw him in the lead. We've got more accuracy. So, solid numbers to go, because he can be my debuffer and has a ton of control in arena, I can bring 2 speed boosters, right? I can 2-turn boosters and not have to worry about fitting in like Madame Cerise. So we're going to take him, have some fun with him. And I guess we should look at Carato. They're both going to be in similar builds, right? They're both in Savage. Both have like decent attack, not crazy attack. They're going to crit. They do have decent crit damage and decent accuracy. Everything that you need. Decent speed as well. So who is actually faster? That's something I need to check real quick. I'm 187 on him. And Bostovis is 184. So I think it really doesn't matter either way we go. But I think we'll play it this way. And then we'll add some speed glyphs or something and try to get Bostovis going first. Because I think it'll be interesting to see how it plays both ways. So they both have amazing kits with amazing utility. Of course, Foxhunter also can stun somebody for 2 turns if he doesn't kill him. So let's just get into the arena and have some fun. Let's just get a clean slate in here. We've got five rounds in us. So the question is, are we going to beat okay, well, this is an interesting, let's go with a straight up fight and see if we can win the speed match. Yeah, all right, so we're going speed into speed, and this time we're going to actually try to lock out their skills. I don't have this team set up, so we'll have to see how it works. Will Carato use his AoE, and then will Bystophus, let's slow it down and see. So Carato did his job, everybody's locked out, Bystophus just wipes them again, and that's without defense down or weaken. Super cool, super easy, nice and slick. This team has 2 people who go unkillable. So we definitely risk dying here, right? But we can control them using their abilities. Now, we're going to get an AoE no matter what we do from Skullcrown, right? And they're probably going to be in counterattack builds. So this could go south. We'll speed it back up. Let's just see how it works. In this case, I would rather... So we got to lock out on that big, heavy Krisk. We did wipe Leoris's, so we did take him down. We survived just enough. This is where I really want to take over, but let's let auto play. Let's just let auto play. The threat is almost gone. We just need, there we go. Pretty nasty team. We didn't bring anything to actually counter them, other than we do have an Arbiter who has very little accuracy, but she pulled the job off. So here's somebody's going to lock us out. We won't get into that nasty fight. Let's put this on. Let's change our speeds real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so now Bostovis is 1 speed faster, and you wouldn't believe how many glyphs that just took. It was disgusting, and we're not going to talk about it. So let's get back in there. There was pretty straightforward fight. As long as we do win the speed fight, that could always go south. Now Bostovis should set us up. So on auto, will he come out and lock them out first? And will that make Carato use his A2? Because if it does, so he used his lockout and then Carato used his A2. Which is great. It's a nice stun and we easily killed everybody. But this way we get defense down out first. So if I were going to do this again, I would probably set it up. So we'll do it on manual. I would probably set this up to actually use Carato's A3 and just finish the fight. So we'll take it off auto and we'll just watch it happen. And then we're going to go play around in all kinds of places. So we're just going to try to speed up, rip some speed off of them. So here we're going to go ahead and break their defense, lock them out, which actually didn't work, but that's fine. Looks like we want to speed up before she puts us to sleep. And now we'll use his A3 and finish him out with the defense down. Super easy and not in crazy in-game builds, right? Like strong, decent, solid builds. They're definitely cool. Definitely a cool pair. And of course, we come up against something like this. We could use Necret. Even, I hate to say it, but Pixneal can go up against Tormund. All right, so let me find somewhere that we can actually take these guys, because an interesting thing about having both is you have one that is Force Affinity and one that's Spirit Affinity, meaning that in any matchup together, you're likely going to have some strong versus some weak, but they'll kind of cover each other's tracks, or you just have another option in either. And of course, you can make these guys just fast and accurate and use them for their utility, but they do it all. So you can put them in a well-rounded build and get it all out of them. So we could go. I got some energy. Let's just pick us a dungeon. We don't have a lot of multi-hitters here, so we'll just go into a plain Jane dragon fight. Let me set up a team. Okay, so it's kind of nice that they both match up well against Dragon 25. He's bringing defense down with Bostovis, so I'm going to bring weaken with Rian. I'm just going to speed my team up so they can do their job. A little bit more control and protection here from Iron Brago, and hopefully they'll do the rest. Hopefully. So we may speed this up. We just want to watch them. Well, we won't speed it up much. We want to see them doing their work, right? We're going to speed up, put out weaken. We got a stun out. We broke their defense. They're all locked out. We stunned somebody else for 2 rounds. And this should just cycle around. Now, provokes up. We're gonna right there. We got more lockouts. It's pretty disgusting how the damage we're putting out. We'll look at the end and see how it actually adds up. But on top of that, the control, unbelievable control. Really cool team. I didn't bring a healer, so I don't know how this will work for sure. But we do have a reviver in Rian. We got lots of turn meter boosts, so let's just see how this goes.
This is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick.
Okay, so that went smooth. I didn't bring poisons, I didn't bring HP burn, I didn't bring a healer. So I don't know how this will go, but win or lose, let's check it out.
Just the way you like it. This is a shakedown.
Ooh, that is not how you do it. No poisons. I don't know if anybody, maybe 1 or 2 have I don't know if any of them actually have War Master. We didn't bring anything for the dragon, but the waves was everything we wanted to see. And definitely we got everything we wanted out of them, except for we should have brought somebody to kill that dragon. But yeah, they're both doing a huge amount of damage. Iron Brago is built really well. My goodness, I guess because of the end of that fight, Brago and Lysandra had to carry us. But the control on those waves can be used absolutely anywhere. So we'll just jump into Doom Tower and see what we can do on a hard mode stage. I've been neglecting this, so I'm probably not very far right now. But that's all good. Let's see what we can do on stage 31. See if they can actually progress. Let's bring a good team. We will want somebody to protect us. I probably should leave Iron Brogni, in there. And we need Carato. Affinity is going to be kind of all over the board here. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. We've got some extra stuns in our kit. We've got speed everywhere. So it should play out. Again, we're doing this without a healer. So, you know, whatever. Maybe that strength and buff will protect us. But we're looking for control. And if I were doing this on manual, I would save one and juggle them back and forth and easily get through it, I'm sure. Just in the nick of time. They just keep coming up with control. Sometimes single target, sometimes the entire team. And as far as control, the only thing we added to this team was we do have Archmage helmet, so he's bringing some stuns. It's just more than enough. And without a healer, now Brogny's taking care of us with a shield. You just bring in one great support hero and you're good to go. You know, there's going to be stages that you would have some struggles on, but if you manualed it, you could keep people controlled and pick who you're controlling through the whole fight. They do tons of work, tons of damage, tons of fun, like a real fast-paced, real cool animations. So, of course, they're going to be my top damage dealers here. Bostovis kind of stole the show on that one. But with all the lockout abilities, it kind of gives him an advantage if you don't have full crit rate. We do in this case. Definitely, they're amazing. They're both great for their faction wars. Without a doubt, I've already beaten them all. So the Shadowkin, definitely Carato works there. And as well as Knight's Rev. Bystophus was my main source of control combined with Miscreated Monster. And if you're doing stage 21 with Miscreated Monster, be careful. Because when you get on the boss, you do not want ally protection getting pulled off of you onto the boss. When you hit the boss, the damage comes back to Miscreated, and your team will probably kill him pretty quick. Just a quick tip there. So I'm gonna let's do this. Let's jump into arena, do a couple fights, and get out of here. This is absolutely great. I like watching these guys work. That's surely they're just diving, right? But now that we have Bostovis first, I would probably set this up for Carato to come in with the kill afterwards. That's what I should have done, but no problem. Either way, we're surely going to get it done. Well, right here's a great chance. If Affinity messes you up, he comes in, takes care of the rest. If he doesn't kill him, he locks him out. Then he has a stun for anybody like a nasty reviver that you're worried about. Super cool. Love this team. This is probably going to be a very fast team here. We're going to do it. We're taking them. We're taking them. All right, so let's get around, and then we'll bring Carato up and let him finish it so it's faster. Well, there we go. There we go. I definitely love this pair. All right, guys. I wanted to go over Bystophus after his buff because he's absolutely amazing. I can't believe people are still talking him down. I can't believe they're talking him down. With these numbers, that kind of damage, that much control, you can build him any way you want. Definitely could just bring him in for a support, like a support champion for control, but he does it all so well. You might as well give him a well-rounded kit. I kind of feel the same way about Carato myself. He does it all. You might as well give them well-rounded kits, but it just so happens I was kind of in my mind comparing apples to oranges because Bostovis got his buff right when Carato came out. And it kind of hit me. Put them together, and you just have twice the control, twice the damage. All right, thanks for sitting through it. And until next time, enjoy the grind.